Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy A51. This is the box that the phone comes in, and it's a typical white box, which is the usual box that Samsung uses for the Galaxy A series, and here the pricing on the box is 25,999 Indian rupees, but you can buy it for approximately 23,999 Indian rupees. Now this phone is the successor to the Galaxy A50, and last year we did review the A50, which was a pretty good phone, and here the unboxing experience is actually similar to that. This envelope holds the SIM ejector pin, and inside it there is a smoked transparent flexible case, which is always a welcome addition, and you also get all the paperwork. Then there's the phone itself, and after that you have all the accessories. And in that there is a very simple low quality typical Samsung headphone which has a 3.5mm jack, and then you get the charging cable which is as expected USB-C, and finally there is the charging brick which is a fast charger rated at 15 watts. So these are all the things in the box, and here we have our phone. This time also we went with this white color which looks really sleek. The back panel and sides are plastic, but the phone for some reason doesn't feel cheap in the hand. This back panel has a new type of pattern which shimmers in light, and I'm actually liking this white color with this pattern. It surely looks attractive, and here on the top left there is the all new cameras in this rectangle module, and even though in photos it looked like an extra add-on, in person now that I have the phone with me, it looks better than seen in pictures. And that's mainly because this module doesn't protrude out much, and therefore it blends well. And I feel this design theme is nice and clean because all the 4 cameras and the flash is inside this module. And one more thing you can see here on the back panel is actually the Samsung branding. Then on taking a close look at the side rail, well, even though plastic, Samsung did use a silver finish, so the sides look fine, and also the buttons are all on the right side of the phone and they feel very clicky. Now the SIM tray is located on the left side of the phone, and here the SIM tray can take 2 nano SIMs as well as a micro SD card. So that's a good thing because the phone has a dedicated SD card slot. And also, by the way, both the SIM slots support VoLTE, and then on checking the bottom section, you get the charging port which is USB-C, and you also have a headphone jack, microphone, and the only speaker, and finally on the top left, you get your secondary microphone. So overall there is all the needed ports, and even though the phone being just 7.9mm thick, the phone feels sturdy in the hand too. So now let's turn the device on, and here we are greeted with the Samsung Galaxy A51 welcome screen. And here we can see the Infinity O display having the front camera punched at the top center of the display. The setup process is pretty straightforward, and I did set the device off camera, and once everything is set up and when we are in, obviously the biggest new factor here that we'll notice is, like I said before, this new edge-to-edge Full HD Plus 6.5-inch Infinity O AMOLED display. My initial impressions are that the display is a pretty good one. The contrast is good as expected, and also the colors are sharp without much oversaturation, and also the viewing angles is good. Now since the display is really big, this phone is naturally a two-handed phone. It's so fascinating how things are changing fast because last year the standard base storage was 64GB, and this time it's now 128GB, and I do like this base storage and also the base RAM which is now 6GB with this phone. The UI we have here is One UI 2.0, and that means the Android version is Android 10. Now this is what companies should do when they launch a device. Give us at least the closest of the newest OS. And here, good job Samsung for doing this. Now for the processor used here, it's the Exynos 9611, which is a 10nm octa-core processor. This processor is the same that was used in the M30s, and yes, for the price, it seems to be not the right choice, but we have to test it to find out how things work for day-to-day tasks. And if in case you're interested in benchmark scores, well, I did install Geekbench 5, and here's the single core and multi-core scores. Now during my initial testing, while doing some basic things like browsing through the home screen, or scrolling an Instagram feed, or sending a text message, etc., things are pretty smooth. And for playing games, I did test PUBG and it works well without much issues. There isn't any visible lag as of now, but this is a brand new phone which is set up just now, so let's leave the final thought about the performance for our detailed review which is coming soon. And if you don't want to miss the detailed review of the A51 and also all the other interesting videos, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon. With this phone, for the method of unlocking, you get to choose from plenty of options, and in that, the important one is the Fingerprint Unlock, and here the scanner available is an in-display fingerprint scanner. The speed of unlock is average, but its accuracy is good. Well, here with the A51, one of the highlights is actually the cameras. And first, let's check the rear cameras, which are 4, and here the camera specs are great in paper, where the main sensor is 48 megapixels, then there is an ultra-wide angle camera which is 12 megapixels, and the third one we have is a depth camera which is 5 megapixels, and finally we have a macro camera which is also 5 megapixels. And here the initial shots I captured seems to be great, where the detailing is excellent and also the colors, even though a bit saturated, looks great. I'm a fan of having an ultra-wide angle camera, and here the shots captured with it is detailed with less distortion in good lighting, and also in indoor artificial lighting, the ultra-wide angle camera is not bad. And also the macro shots looks good, even though portrait shots like all other phones is still not very perfect. And here my initial thought about this camera is positive. And for videos, you can record at a max resolution of 3840 by 2160 at 30 fps, which is UHD. But here one thing to note is that the only form of stabilization available is EIS, and from my initial testing, the videos are good when there is not so bad lighting. And now for the front camera, it's a 32 megapixel camera, and here you got the option to capture shots in two settings, where in one the frame of capture is normal, and for the other you can go for a wider frame. I feel this is a great add-on, and here selfies are also pretty good. The skin tone is nice, even though there is a bit of processing done, but still the shots look more than good. And for the video with the front camera, well, here also you can record in Ultra HD and the video looks good. So overall I feel Samsung has done really well with the cameras for the price, and this phone seems to have set its bar for camera performance in this price bracket. Now again, I'll be testing in different lighting situations to get a better idea, but as of now, my initial impressions about these cameras is great. And before ending the video, I would like to touch some specs like the battery capacity of this phone is 4000 mAh, which is a large battery, but I'm not sure how well the battery backup is because I didn't get a chance to test it. And then for the Bluetooth version used, it's Bluetooth 5.0, which is good. And also Samsung did not cut cost with the sensors used, and in fact you get most of the sensors, and there is NFC available, and even Samsung Pay full version is supported, which means you can use the A51 in the usual point of sale machines where you can swipe your card. I feel this is a great start for the 2020 A series lineup in terms of camera and also the overall user experience. But the big question is whether Samsung's choice of processor for this phone is the right one. And as of now, the phone, even though is priced a bit higher than the last year's A50, keeping the processor spec aside, there are a lot of improvements, and for the performance, it's not bad, the cameras are great, and even the display is a good one with a speaker which is loud and clear even in a moderately noisy environment. So I guess that's it for the unboxing and the initial review of the new Galaxy A51. And before you leave, if you liked this video, please let us know by hitting the like button. See you soon in the next one. Till then, bye.